I want to talk to you about real-world security perspectives. I put a talk in to talk about security, then I discovered that Stephen Orr was talking, and I'm like, okay, what can I tell you? So I thought, I'll have some fun. Yeah, let's do it. So, I personally believe we're not paranoid enough. We need to do more security. And I do have to say, I actually believe we do have to tell people to use WPA3. But I understand the reality, okay? It's up to the end customer what they want to do. We should encourage the use of WPA3, and we should do due diligence to advise our customers to use WPA3. If they have a use case to not use WPA3, that's fine. But that should be the exception, not the rule, okay? Because if you think, no, we don't need to upgrade, well, let's all go back to WEP and see how that works. So this could be the shortest talk in history, but it's not. Okay, I have fun to talk about. What is WPA3? I'm not going to go through technical stuff. We're going to have fun. It's magical, unicorns, all sorts of stuff. Okay, it fixes all the problems with WPA2. It's super mega awesome. It separates the passphrase and the key generation. That on its own makes it infinitely more secure than WPA2. Okay, Stephen mentioned this yesterday. If you use transition mode, I firmly believe transition mode is the devil. Okay, it's evil, it shouldn't be allowed. Transition mode will make it easier for threat activists to break into your network because you've now got all the problems you had with WPA2. In the short term, we want to transition from 5 to 6 gigahertz, and we've taught people how to do Wi-Fi design for years. Reduce the number of SSIDs, don't mix SSIDs. But for the foreseeable future, we're going to have the same SSID on 5 and 6 gigahertz. For MLO to work, it's got to be the same security type. So, hey, if you still need to have non-WPA3 devices work, like Stephen said yesterday, bring up another SSID, right? The end. It's not a problem. I would like everybody in the room to say that they don't use personal, but it's not that easy to not use personal. So again, be aware of transition mode, have a WPA3, and if you need to, have a WPA2 SSID, and we're all good to go. Isolate your networks. If you're really serious about technology, use TLS-based options. Okay? One of the most important things you can do is have good Wi-Fi hygiene, Wi-Fi cyber hygiene. Do you still have that vacation place you stayed at 3 years ago in your P&L list? Shame on you. If anybody cares why, come talk to me later and I'll show you a little trick I can do that I can find you probing for that address and find out where you live. Okay? I'll find other things you're probing for. I'll go and wiggle and find out where you live. Do you know who else knows your home Wi-Fi password? I betcha all your kids' friends know all your home Wi-Fi pre-shed key. So hopefully you're using a VPN from home or something, right? Okay, me, I have a firewall at home. I have my own network, and I have the family network. I want to do a quick side talk. I want to talk about the ultimate security tool that I handed out to all the students on my security class, and it's a finger. Okay? Why is this the ultimate security tool? Because now, every photograph I'm in, I can claim is AI generated. Right? Go on to wiggle.net. Go on to wiggle.net, create a free account, and search your house and see what SSIDs are being used in your neighborhood. People upload this stuff to Wiggle. They walk around the country and they upload information on networks. It's scarily easy to find it. And if you think you're being clever because you're using the sci-fi name from your favorite movie and you're the only one that's thought of it, we can find you on wiggle.net, okay? Good security, use a WIPS. Use some kind of DNS security like Cisco Umbrella. When the malware installs itself from nastyhackers.ru, the first thing it's going to do is call home to get instructions. Well, if you block that, they can't do it. If you do not want to turn on WPA3, at least turn on protected management frames as a minimum. Patch your software, please. we need to be careful with this. You don't want to always be the first person to do the upgrade. I think about 5 times this year, Microsoft has released a patch that has caused problems. You may want to wait a day or two, but don't have systems where you haven't patched them for months, weeks, years, or whatever. So we have to have security. Test it. You test it. If you don't test it, a hacker will. A cracker, a threat actor. They'll test it and they'll steal your Bitcoin and your money and stuff. Okay. Open roaming. It's been quite successful this week, Keith, right? It's working well. Yeah. That's something we could all do. And captive portals are dead, or at least I think they should be. Training. Get some training on security. Okay. We've got CWSP. We've got Security Plus, CISA, pen testing. Create a security policy, teach it, enforce it. Do the people in your place of work know your security policy? If the answer is no, well, how are they going to maintain it? We have to start considering advanced SOC practices today. We need to run in SIMs, SOARs. Okay? And a little thing that I always say is inconvenience is a hacker's best friend. All of these are very, very inconvenient. You need to be more paranoid. We need to be more paranoid. If you have uninformed users, train them. Don't write down passwords. Okay? Get a security policy. Encourage participation. How many people in the last year have had to sit on a mandatory cybersecurity blur about GDPR or something in the office? Maybe? Yeah? Yeah. We all have to do it every year. Okay. Longer is better than complex. I won't harp on about this. Have long word passwords, not complex uppercase, lowercase. If you don't believe me, Google this. I thought you guys in Europe might appreciate this. That if the Daily Mail and the Guardian agree on something, that's got to be news, right? Because they never agree on anything. There are monsters in the world, and they're trying to steal our money, our bitcoins, and everything else. Okay, I love this quote: dance like nobody's watching, encrypt like everyone is. Recently, a poll came out where the top 3 concerns were the sheer number of events that are coming in we can't keep up. We worry our people cannot cope with the breach. We worry our users will do something. I actually wrote stupid on there, but Ree, my CEO, said to use the word unwise because it's slightly nicer. Right? Users will do something stupid, unwise, like clicking on a phishing link. So I'm going to do this quick. Start using SIMs and SOARs. They will decrease the mean time to detection, the mean time to resolution. Okay? Use automation. Okay? Worry people can't cope with the breach. Train them. Train the users. Outsource. SIM, SOAR, automate. We worry our users do something unwise. Train, pen test, simulate, SIM, SOAR, automate. So I wanted to do a little talk, and I thought that Tony's chat yesterday about AI was phenomenal. Okay? You need to know AI. You can learn it now, or you can learn it in 3 years, but you need to know it. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about automation, and I wanted to talk about the realities of how do we automate our systems. So first of all, I wanted to say what AI is not. It is not going to send killer robots back in time to kill John, what's his name? I don't think that's going to happen next week, all right? Okay? What AI should be, it should help you. Is AI going to help hackers break into you? Probably not soon. Is it going to help you handle the huge amount of data you have to deal with the sheer number of events that you get in? Yes, and it'll help you very well. It should be Jarvis to Iron Man. Okay? It does all the laborious, boring jobs that you don't want to do. I also wanted to mention quantum, and I can't believe that Stephen mentioned this yesterday as well. Quantum computing, look into it. The reality is, I live in San Jose, and I get invited to all sorts of interesting conversations. We had a couple of doctors talking about quantum computing, and they said, it's not as easy as they think it is, and maybe in 10 years, it may become something quite scary, okay? But it's not imminent. What it's going to do, it's going to solve complex math, okay? It's not going to invalidate your security next week. Should you lose sleep over it? Probably not yet. Should you prepare a long-term plan to include it? Probably yes, absolutely. Finishing touches, the Wright brothers did this in 1908. In 1968, Concorde, you could have breakfast in New York and have breakfast in London on the same day. Okay? Last month, Elon Musk flew people to the moon. Okay? And less than 100 years ago, just about, they got like 10 feet off the ground and they thought it was successful. So I want to finish with a couple of interesting things. First of all, the Terminator creator, James Cameron, has just joined the board of an AI company. Okay? And finally, just maybe, we've been here before, right? This great little cartoon from monkeyyuser.com. Humanity researches AI. Humanity perfects AI. AI perfects itself. AI enslaves humanity. Solar flare happens, and now we worship the sun god. That's it. That's me done. Thank you very much.